Hi again. You may remember me as the candidate who brings up community banks and distributivism at times. Today, I don't want to talk about the platform and the National Committee election. I am satisfied that we have good people working and running on these important items. I am already certain that the platform will end up a valuable document, and whoever gets elected will bring their quality and dedication to the NC. I want to spend a few short minutes talking about something a lot more important and fundamental. The current lack of civility and dialogue, so pervasive in the political arena and media, is a real threat to Republican rule. People are willing to trade freedom and rights for security and order. I submit that our inalienable rights and the Bill of Rights are endangered because of the belief that people cannot be trusted with rights. Why? Because we have given up on the notion that people can be trusted to act responsibly. John Adams, in 1798, said, "Our Constitution was made for a moral, religious people. It is wholly inadequate for the government of any other." We are in the process of testing exactly that. So, what's at stake? Equality and life threatened? Yep. Liberty in the pursuit of happiness? Of course. The consent of the government? Bad idea? If people cannot be trusted, what does the just powers from the consent of the governed mean? How can Republican rule stand? The results are predictable. The modern American political narrative is that attacking works and civility is for losers. We are closer to Nietzschean than Jeffersonian. Sound bites trump classical argument, and the stronger get even stronger. It is clear that the poor and the voiceless are being left behind by measurable standards. Survival of the fittest cannot be true of a solidarity party if we are to become an agent of change. Attacking as political discourse will inevitably become a large part of the ASP dialogue because there is no effective dialogue to discourage it. Our ASP code of conduct is better than most, but still has no significant effect that an outsider would see as different from every other party. If solidarity is not our defining principle, all the others can be cast aside or contorted just as easily. As a nation, we have forgotten how to have a good argument. The two options seem to be bland toleration or smash the other guy. A party named after the principle of solidarity has to be better than that. A lot better. I want to make it clear I'm not talking about civility. I'm talking about solidarity. Solidarity, in plain language, is the notion that your concern is my concern, and your injury is my injury. Doesn't matter whether you are an ally or an enemy, solidarity wills the good of the other as other. In principle, it stands up without hesitation to correct allies when they dehumanize their common enemies. Anyone who supports an enemy's rights, even for the right reasons, understands that they will likely face consequences. Of course, solidarity people will do it anyway. Only in that mode can we start a good argument about our core principles. I believe in the practice of classical argument to resolve matters. The end game for this party is to practice classical argument, unlike anything we've seen in mainstream politics for the last generation or two. I see that as a real contribution to society, and a niche and a difference maker in terms of attracting support. I know that we live in the internet medium, and the conventional wisdom would be, yeah, right, good luck with that. But hear me out. A party that practices radical solidarity and practices classical argument would stand in stark contrast to every other political party and I am confident would get the attention of a lot of people fed up with the casual lack of civility. This attention would shed a favorable light on our core principles for many to reconsider or consider for the first time. A party that practices radical solidarity in the face of today's withering political discourse would be a real contribution to the culture. It would also be the most difficult political advocacy of each of our lives. But for this party, this has a much better chance of mission success than being like every other party. Politically and for the common good, our best bet is to be true to our name. Thank you.